The Farlands is a place of beauty, grace, and somewhat peace. To the in-depth version of the game, to beta 1.7.3, the Farlands was a terrain glitch that it was experienced about 12 million blocks into each axis, apart from Y. However, in 1.7, but in the next beta after 1.7.3, the Farlands gone forever. Or was it? There's a way to go to the Farlands. It may take some time, but surely it doesn't take that long. If you have the historical part of your Minecraft launcher checked out, that means that you are ready to go. All you need to do is make 2 installations for 1.12.2 and also the beta version of anything between InfDev or 1.7.3 beta. After that, all you need to do is a little bit of tough and rough things, but it isn't all too hard. All you need to do is, number 1, you will have to open the game in 1.12.2 and then use a command that I used in the description to teleport to the exact places in which you will see the Farlands. Now, you're gonna make it so that when the terrain starts generating, like you can only see a couple of chunks, not every single one of your render distance, then you should be able to just exit the game. You're gonna want to pause the moment you see chunks loading. That's it. After this, you'll have to load that world into the InfDev or the beta version, whatever you're going to be using. And after that, you'll be inside the Farlands. Well, not inside, you will be outside of it. Now you can realize how janky it is to walk in this place and all the errors. Eventually you should just exit and save. After this, go back into 1.12.2 and you look at the Farlands. The Farlands is a place that is interesting of all manners. After you go through the Farlands, all you will see is normal game generation. Nothing is wrong out from this point. However, nothing can stop you from just walking infinitely in this place. Perhaps we could start a series in this place. I'm not sure if there's a way, guys. Now, there's one thing I want to say. You have to have it at 1.12.2 when you're doing the creation of the Farlands. Why? Because any version after 1.12.2 involves new terrain generation. 1.13 adds all the corals and even structures of kind. 1.14 is 1.14. It adds different types of village kinds, and of course that's new generation, so it doesn't count. And version 1.15 is, well, it barely changes generation, but it still counts as a generation change. 1.16 adds structures apart from the nether, but whatever, you cannot do that. And 1.17 won't be allowed either, judging by the newest snapshot that was released. But the problem is what is this place? Why is it in the game? Why is it possible to reach this point? Is this a point of recollection? Is this a point of memory? Is this something that is just for me? The Farlands is so bizarre. I can't tell if it was intended or not, because just the way it is, it just doesn't seem like this is right. For some reason, 1.12 has some weird things, like even though this gravel is splitting, I've broken many blocks. As you can see, the Farlands is a weird place. Even though 1.12.2, it isn't all too buggy. And once you're in the beta versions, all falling blocks that are naturally generated will no longer work as they used to be. However, it's most likely that if you get a piece of sand from your inventory, it will also not work. So yes, even though this is a fixed version, sand still acts janky in here. I'm just so surprised. I've never actually seen the Farlands itself. Maybe I should actually start a playthrough on this. Maybe we can see how far I can get here. But there's some things I want to test first. I want to check whilst I want to check that whilst this is the Farlands, I'm inside the Farlands. What happens if I make another portal inside the Farlands? Will there be like some weird terrain glitches? I want to check one thing in the Nether here. And no, it seems like the Nether generation is fine. And that makes me doubt that the end generation is like different. However, this is the thing I was talking about. Falling blocks is still glitchy here. I'm not sure if this is something wrong with 1.12.2, but no, 1.12.2 was fairly recent. It was only 3 years ago. Gravel has been in this game for longer, and yeah, it's so weird. I can't. Let me check our coordinates. Yeah, so we're 15 million blocks in. This is interesting. Interesting. How about we do an end portal instead? Here. Will it... Now obviously there's nothing wrong with the end generation. The end is a completely different generated. But is gravel still glitchy here? No, it's not. Because this is a whole different ass thing. I want to check something else though. Right. Since there was no cheats in the old version, we're gonna have to allow cheats to just teleport. And here, we're now in the exact area in which there would be Farlands. Which, you guessed it, blocks are acting glitchy. This does not happen in normal Minecraft, ladies and gents. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna have to end this video here because I don't want videos getting too long, but just that thick. Okay, I'll leave some things in the description to allow you to try to see if you can get to the Farlands. But for this video, that's it. So I'll see you in the next one.